Hey guys, it's Rob. One of the biggest problems we've been having with our bird feeders is squirrels getting to the feed. And of course, you can see we've got right here our post behind us here. We've got the bird feeder we bought here at Lowe's, and then we got the other one that actually I made this one, and I could show you how to make that one if you want to. It's really cool, really simple, really easy, and just most everything that I've done, because this stuff gets expensive, and especially a baffle. Now the baffle is the piece that keeps the squirrels off of your post to keep them off of your bird feeders. But the problem is that I ran into is no matter how I've looked online and like there's no cheap ones on there. So I decided to make me one. And so I'm going to show you how you can go to a scrap yard, you can go to an old farmhouse, if you know people that owns, has a bunch of junk behind their barn or stuff. Now what I did is I took a piece off of an old fireplace for my mobile home. My next door neighbor had gutted it, and you'll see this is familiar right here. It's the piece off of the very top of like a funnel fireplace that went into your house. Well, the bottom part of that is this round piece of metal like this. And see, now here's what I did, and you can get this from like a scrap yard. So this is like cheap. You can get this for like $2 or $3, I'm sure. And you get a piece long enough. Of course, I wasn't pretty with it right there through there, but I cut it along the bottom there, and because from the road and from our house where we sit on our front porch and all, you can't really tell that it's not uniform. But so what I did is I took a little bit of extra piece that I had down here, and I come up top here and I cut just little strips with just a little knife, or if you've got an old saw that's got a dull blade on it, just put some glasses on. You can cut it into strips, or you can use a pair of tin snips, which I used, and you could cut these little strips, and then I don't even know if you can see down in there or not, but I screwed it to the post at the bottom and then folded them, so they're all folded at one size. I mean, they're all the same height. And then I had some of this old rabbit wire laying around, which you can get from Lowe's, but I don't recommend doing that. Again, you could probably get it from a scrap yard. Just small pieces is all you need. You don't need nothing huge, because if you go to Lowe's, you're going to be paying for a roll of it, unless you've got plans to use, get some chickens or rabbits or something. But get some of this, and what I did was I put this on the ground, and I took this mesh here and I laid it on top, and I just cut right around it, and then I didn't have to screw it or nothing. It's not screwed, but you can see it's very sturdy. The squirrels are not going to get through there. But the problem with the squirrels is they can jump so high. So this may look like a little bit of overkill, but honestly, it's not. Because the squirrels are not going to be able to get up around there. But I had a baffle that actually came out to like here, and it was all the way around, and they were actually finding, they were jumping over it, off the post and over it, and latching on. But anyway, so this is not overkill. It looks like it, but it's not. So just take this piece of metal here, cut them in strips, screw them to the inside, bend them down, screw them to the inside of the post, maybe make you a mark all the way around your post, make sure they're level. And then just leave it overhanging, just leave it overhanging out, okay? All of these, just let them overhang. And once you get, this piece right here will be sitting on the ground. Take this, cut it to the size. And then what I did was this. When I cut all these to the size, I put it up here and I pushed it in the back, made sure it was level in the front, and then I folded it. So it's got a lip here to screw to, but it folds up underneath and it holds that wire up top really tight. So it works really nicely. And then I just pick this up off the ground, this piece here off the ground, hold it with my leg and then my screw gun, and I use these self-tapping screws. They're not but about maybe a ½ inch long, and just screw into the metal. Or self-tapping, and all the way around, and she fits tight. And you can fold this stuff to just tuck it inside so it's uniform. You can paint these little strips before you put them on. This was actually part of another baffle that I had that was yellow, but we didn't like the look of it anyway, but it was functional for a little while. But all I did here was, and you can use tape for this, I just went around and made some sort of design. I took my black spray paint, which is an automotive high performance spray paint that I had laying around. You know, anything will work that you have laying around, preferably something with a good nozzle on the top though. And cause you can see none of it's, you know, beautiful, but if you want it beautiful, you know, you can make everything uniform. Put your black tape or spray paint it where you want your tape to go, whatever color you want. Let it dry. Come around it with the tape on top of your paint. And while you've got it taped, then come back with your main color, and then just let it dry and peel your tape off. And that's a homemade baffle, and that cost me absolutely nothing. It's all stuff that I had laying around.